And now A&E goes behind the scenes of the new motion picture, Wired.
John, there's a light within you. I want you to burn it out.
Burn it out! Cut the demons loose, John. Let them loose. Make them laugh. Make them laugh till it hurts.
It's me and Danny Aykroyd, live from Saturday night. You got something.
You know what they're calling me? The new Spencer Tracy.
I'm a soul man. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. I'm a soul man.
I could have been a contender.
I'm a soul man. I'll go down in history. Yeah, I'm a soul man.
A wild man. Totally wild.
Got what I got.
Are you feeding him speed now?
Each and every day. So hot.
It's a sick world, isn't it?
'Cause you ain't seen.
I don't want you to die. I'm gonna be all right.
Grab a rope and I'll pull you in. Give you hope.
There's my bad boy. This may be the last time I have you exactly where I want you.
You can't police a guy 24 hours a day, every day of his life.
How do you think he died?
You couldn't even wait until my body was cold, could you?
He lived as if the party would never end. Wired. For John Belushi, every night was Saturday night.
I play the role of John Belushi in the film Wired, and very few times, it's very seldom that as an actor you get to play a role like John, because, I mean, someone as diverse and three-dimensional as John was. You know, he could do so many things and do them so well that, you know, as an actor, to be able to get an opportunity to do all those things and to be all those things is one thing. But then when it's someone that you were a fan of as a kid, which I was, is amazing. It's fantastic. John sometimes would act differently in different situations. I mean, very differently. You know, there was this very dark, compulsive side, obviously, and there was also a very, very giving, light, loving side. And his comedy meets somewhere in the middle between those two. The lips. Mm-hmm. The time that it was most striking, the time that the similarity actually affected me, was the Blues Brothers. When I put on that garb, it's so specific, and the little Chesterfield with the eyes and the little thing, and the hat and the glasses and the suit. You know, I went, ooh, yeah, that's close. We had to dance and sing, and every time we walked off the stage, you know, it was press and 700 extras and so many people. I mean, it was one of those days that made me more able to relate to John, really, quite frankly. It was like, wow, you know, this is on a very, very small scale, the kind of pressure and pulling that he must have felt. I really can't help but think that if John saw this movie, he would like it, because it's his kind of comedy. I mean, it's his kind of humor.
Wired is the story of the life and death of a genius comedian.
He was alive when I left him this morning.
Are you into heroin or anything?
No. I was into heroin for a while.
I just felt like I was going into an interrogation office, and I felt like they were policemen, and it just overtook me. So it was really strong. I just was completely displaced. I really had no idea what I was. If you'd asked where I was, if you'd asked me my name, I probably would have said Kathy Evelyn Smith at that point. And I finished, and I started to shake. And this has never happened to me. I'm always kind of in control of what I'm doing in the scene. She was convicted eventually of furnishing the drugs that put an end to John Belushi's life. She lived vicariously through other people, not being very successful in her own right. She enjoyed being around that milieu.
I sold to hundreds of people. Many I knew, many I didn't. Some were just faces, people in cars, chauffeurs in limousines.
I had a drug problem like 12 years ago that was difficult to want to even go back and pretend to be somebody who was involved in drugs. And I just, you know, I like to keep that completely out of my life. I don't associate with people who indulge, and I was scared. One of the strange aspects of this is that I knew the woman that I was portraying. She was a beautiful woman, but she was very hard. A lot of hard knocks, you know. So I tried to adopt a kind of hard edge. I'm much more open to people and softer in my life with people. I love them. I love to be around people. And she liked to be around people too, but not in the same way.
Why don't you go to sleep, John?
Shoot me up.
John. Hey.
I am John Belushi's guardian angel, and Frank Velasquez is his name. And he says, you can call me Angel. We really don't want the audience to know until the very end. Why? Until the very end that this man really is an angel from heaven. He really is a messenger from God.
Where are we going?
We're going for a ride, Himo. You and me. Through your life.
Why?
Because you got time on the meter, mano.
The difference for me in the film, in the book, is clearly imagination. There's a lot of imagination put into what we're doing. As the film goes on, we start to realize why this man is doing what he's doing. We're starting to get an inside view of John Belushi.
Judy's over there with all the guys in the band. I want to stay.
You know the expression, you're wired for sound, you know, and your nervous system is like this. I think that's kind of what John Belushi's insides were like. This. He was always like this. So wherever he went internally, there was this energy. So to me, that's kind of like, you know, what it's like. Here was a man who was wired for sound all the time.
Take a bite? Great. I love it.
The angel had to be present all the time, even when he wasn't on screen. You had to know that the angel was there. So you had to find an actor who had that kind of power, presence, charisma, if you will, you know, and I kind of knew that going in, but more than that, it was an attitude of truth in the eyes. I like the part because when I come around, time shifts, moods change, things happen, magic, spirits.
I win, you take me home.
Stop it,
Don't try to weasel out.
Hey, come on, man.